Every person you meet is sending you a constant stream of information. Their body, their eyes, their voice, their choices, their reactions. Most people receive none of it. They are too busy thinking about what they are going to say next, too focused on how they appear, too distracted to actually observe the person standing in front of them. But there is a small group of people who have trained themselves to see what others miss. FBI profilers, elite negotiators, the most socially powerful individuals in any room. And in the next 6 minutes, I am going to give you their framework. By the end of this video, you will never look at another person the same way again. Step 1. Establish the baseline in the first 60 seconds. Before you can read anything unusual about a person, you need to understand what is normal for them. Every human being has a baseline, their natural resting state. How they hold their body when relaxed, how fast they naturally speak, where their eyes go when they are simply thinking, how much they gesture. The mistake most people make is reacting to isolated signals, a single gesture, one facial expression, one tone of voice. That means nothing without context. In the first 60 seconds of meeting someone, your only job is to observe, ask an easy, comfortable question. Watch how they respond when there is no pressure. Note their posture, their eye movement, their breathing, their energy level. That is your baseline. Every deviation from that baseline is information. Step 2. Watch the eyes. The eyes are the most information-rich part of the human face, and the hardest to control. When someone is genuinely recalling a memory, their eyes typically move upward and to the side. When someone is constructing, meaning creating something new, or fabricating, the movement pattern shifts. This is not a perfect lie detector, but it is a signal worth noticing. More reliable is eye contact itself. Confident, comfortable people maintain steady eye contact without staring. People who are hiding something either avoid eye contact completely or, and this is the one most people miss, they maintain unnaturally perfect eye contact because they know they are supposed to look honest. Forced eye contact is actually more suspicious than broken eye contact. Also, watch for micro-expressions. These are involuntary flashes of emotion that cross the face in less than a quarter of a second before the person regains control. Disgust, fear, contempt. They cannot be faked and they cannot be fully suppressed. If you train your eyes to catch them, you see what someone really feels before they decide what to show you. Step 3. Read the body from the ground up. Most people focus on faces. Professionals focus on the entire body, starting with the feet. Here is why. The face is the most socially monitored part of the body. People have spent their entire lives learning to control their facial expressions. The feet have not been trained. Feet point toward what a person is genuinely interested in or wants to move toward. If you are in a conversation and the person's feet are pointed away from you, toward the door, toward someone else, their body is already leaving, even if their face is still engaged. Move up to the torso. A body turned towards you is open. A body angled away is closed, regardless of what the face is doing. Crossed arms are often not defensiveness, but self-soothing. The body creates a barrier when it feels unsafe. Hands are critical. Open palms communicate honesty and openness. Hidden hands, in pockets, behind the back, under a table, create psychological distance and are associated with concealment. And watch for self-touching. When people are under stress or being deceptive, they unconsciously touch their face, neck, or collar. This is the nervous system trying to self-soothe. The more stress, the more touching. Step 4. Listen to what is not said. The content of what someone says is often the least informative part of the conversation. Pay attention to the structure. People who are telling the truth typically recall events with natural disorder. They remember a detail they forgot. They correct themselves. They go back and add something. Memory is imperfect, and genuine recollections reflect that. People who are constructing a story tend to tell it in perfect sequence. Too clean, too logical, too complete. Because they rehearsed it. Also, listen for distancing language. When someone says, "that woman," instead of her name, or the incident instead of what I did, they are psychologically separating themselves from the thing being described. This is unconscious, and it is revealing. Listen for qualification overload. To be completely honest with you, I would never do something like that. I swear on my life. Genuine people rarely feel the need to pre-certify their honesty. The more someone insists they are being honest, the more carefully you should listen. Step 5. Ask one unexpected question. After observing, after listening, after establishing the baseline, ask one question they did not prepare for. Not an accusatory question, not an aggressive question, simply something outside the expected flow of the conversation. Watch what happens in the half-second before they respond. That half-second, before the social brain takes over and constructs the appropriate answer, is where you see the most truth. A flash of confusion, a flicker of calculation, a micro-expression that contradicts the words that follow. People prepare for expected questions. They cannot prepare for the unexpected. The most effective version of this is the casual, low-stakes question dropped into a high-stakes conversation. Something that seems irrelevant. Their guard drops, and in that moment, you see clearly. The most important truth about reading people: everything I have told you today is a signal, not a certainty. The most dangerous mistake you can make is to read one signal and construct an entire verdict. One nervous gesture does not mean someone is lying. One moment of eye contact avoidance does not mean they are hiding something. Reading people is the accumulation of signals over time, clusters of behavior, patterns, deviations from the baseline you established in the first minute. The goal is not to catch people. The goal is to understand them more completely than they expect to be understood. Because when you truly understand people, you are never again surprised by what they do. And you are never again caught off guard by who they really are. Subscribe to Mind Vault, because the more you understand, the more untouchable you become.